Good evening, you're watching Mission 2024. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. These are the headlines. Amidst Israel-Hamas war, US President Joe Biden drops a big India-linked bombshell, says Hamas terrorists triggered by India's economic corridor with Middle East.
I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, just my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel.
U.S. media reports reveal sensational Iran link to Hamas, claims over 500 terrorists had specialized training in Iran right ahead of the October 7th carnage in Israel. Ethics panel summons Trinamool MP Mahua Moitra on October 31st in cash for query probe. MEA likely to monitor Mahua for foreign trips. BJP MP Nishikant Dubey and complainant testify before ethics panel. Enforcement watchdog summons Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot's son in foreign fund violation case. Gehlot Jr. skips summon, questions timing ahead of polls. Smog blanket chokes national capital as stubble burning rages on in neighbouring Punjab. Aam Aadmi Party claims no clue what triggering pollution crisis in Delhi. Say funds have been held by bureaucracy. Political showdown erupts over Prime Minister Modi attending the Ram Idol consecration ceremony on January 22nd. India allies claim Modi invited solely because of 2024 elections. Huge development in the cash for query case. The latest is Mahua Moitra, TMC MP, who's at the center of the storm, has now been summoned by the Ethics Committee. She has been asked to appear at 11 a.m. on the 31st of October. Today, lawyer Jay Anand Dehadrai, who filed the complaint against Mahua, and BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, who wrote to the Speaker seeking a probe against the TMC MP, were questioned. Sources have told India Today that the ethics panel has taken a serious view of the allegations against Mahua Moitra. Sources added that BJP MP was asked about whether his complaint against Mahua was due to personal discord. Dubey is said to have denied the charge. Sources also revealed the Ministry of Home Affairs is likely to be asked to map Mahua's foreign trips. Remember, Mahua Moitra is accused of sharing her parliament log with businessman Darshan Hiranandani. The Dubai-based tycoon has allegedly, in an affidavit, said he drafted and posted questions on the Adani issue using the TMC MP's parliament login.
विनोद जी, आपने आज स्टेटमेंट लिया है आनंद देहाद्रा जी के और निशिकांत दुबे जी के. क्या अभी अक्टूबर 31 को महुआ मोइत्रा को समन किया आपने?
जी, दोनों लोगों की बात सुनने के बाद कमेटी ने निर्णय लिया है कि 31 तारीख को 11 बजे महुआ मोइत्रा को कमेटी के सामने बुलाया जाए, इसलिए आज उनको सम्मन किया गया.
और सोनकर जी, क्या दर्शन हीरानंदानी को भी आपके एथिक्स कमेटी समन करेंगे इसके बाद?
देखिए, ये कमेटी जो भी निर्णय करेगी उस समय देखा जाएगा, लेकिन वर्तमान में यही निर्णय हुआ है कि महुआ मोइत्रा को 31 तारीख को 11 बजे कमेटी के सामने उपस्थित होने का सम्मन जारी किया जा रहा है. वो आए और अपनी बात अपने समझ में जो कहना है कहें.
जी, आप कमेटी के सामने प्रस्तुत हुए थे, आज क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
कुछ नहीं कहना चाहेंगे. जो भी मेरे से पूछा गया था वो मैंने सच कमेटी के सामने मैंने पेश कर दिया. उसके अतिरिक्त मैं और कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ.
क्योंकि आपको 2 बार बुलाया गया, अंदर एक बार दोबारा से बाहर भेजा गया, क्या कुछ अंदर डिस्प्यूट
नहीं? कोई डिस्प्यूट नहीं हो रहा था. सब जितने भी मेंबर्स थे उन्होंने मेरे से बहुत अच्छे से और कॉर्डियली मेरे से सवाल पूछे. जो कुछ भी मेरे से पूछा गया उसका मैंने आंसर दे दिया. उसके बियॉन्ड कुछ नहीं हुआ.
My ministry has received a complaint from the Honorable MP Nishikant Dubey ji about seeking access to NIC logs pertaining to another member of parliament. Those will be acted upon as per the rules of the government, and NIC will act on it as per the laid down rules on issues like this.
I want to cut across to my colleague Polumi Saha reporting on the story. Polumi, Could you get us up to speed with the latest? The Ethics Committee today took the statement of both the lawyer in question who lodged the complaint as well as Nishikant Dubey, and Mahua Moitra now summoned on the 31st of October. Is there any chance of Mr. Hiranandani also to be summoned here?
Well, at the moment, Preeti, the ethics panel has not taken a decision or a call on that. If need be, they would look into the possibility of also asking Mr. Hiranandani to join in as far as this probe is concerned. Of course, he doesn't live in India. He lives in Dubai. So whether the possibility of a video conference or otherwise could be explored, we don't know. But at the moment, of course, we've asked this question of the ethics committee because he himself, of his own accord, has written to the ethics committee on a sworn affidavit his timeline of events. He has presented his case before them. So clearly he is willing to testify in that sense, if you may look at it that way. But at the moment, of course, what we're also learning, there's a possibility that they could have it, in a sense, it's obviously notarized. It's stamped with the Consul General of Dubai's stamp. So already it's a sworn affidavit, but they could have it, notarized further in the form of an apostle, basically so that it can be actually used during these proceedings and otherwise as well, because remember there are other cases, and Mr. Hiranandani's affidavit has also been attached to the one before the Lokpal as well. So there could be that possibility, something that the ethics panel has not explored as of yet. For the moment, they have called Mahua Moitra. They are going to officially write to her and ask her to join the investigation, the probe, on October 31st at 11 a.m. Preeti.
Poulomi, what are we looking at? Because the ethics committee can at best maybe suspend Mahua Moitra but not disqualify her.
Well, at the moment, of course, the options are open before them. They are only an authority which can recommend action to the Lok Sabha Speaker. The Speaker then has to, of course, take a call based on the gravity of the alleged offence if proven, and then, of course, decide what sort of action should be taken against the Member of Parliament. But at the moment, of course, the Ethics Committee says that all options are open before them. They're going to investigate this further. They've also decided to write to the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Information Technology seeking more information in terms of the conversations that these individuals in question, Mahua Moitra, Darshan Hiranandani, Jayanant Dehadrai, all of them had in terms of logins that happened using Mahua Moitra's login credentials, from which IP addresses they happened over the last 5 years. They have sought the MHA's opinion as to whether indeed national security was compromised in any way. The MHA could also be roped in to see if all of Mahua Moitra's foreign trips in the last 5 years when she's been Member of Parliament were indeed ones that were cleared by the Lok Sabha Secretariat. All of these various technical details will be gathered before, of course, the committee comes to any sort of conclusion, because one, of course, there are very serious charges which have been levelled by Jayanant Dehadrai and Nishikant Dubey against Mahua Moitra, but it remains to be seen if Jayanant Dehadrai has provided sufficient evidence to back those allegations and claims. It's one thing to say I overheard conversations between Mahua Moitra and Darshan Hiranandani, and another to prove it.
All right, Poulomi, appreciate you joining us. Many would also suggest, especially constitutional expert, that this matter should have been referred by the Speaker to possibly the Privilege Committee and not the Ethics Committee. But having said that, we're going to keep a keen eye on all developments and fallouts of this case. 31st October is when Mahua Moitra will give her statement before the Ethics Panel. With that, let's quickly shift focus to the state of Rajasthan. Weeks to go for Rajasthan polls. The ED heat continues to be on Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot's son, Vaibhav Gehlot. Vaibhav Gehlot, summoned in a foreign exchange violation probe by the ED, skipped summons today. Speaking exclusively to India Today, Vaibhav Gehlot said it was a conspiracy by the centre against his father and that the government agencies were being misused by the BJP. ED also conducted raids at multiple locations, including searches at 11 locations linked to former state Education Minister of Rajasthan Govind Singh Dotasara and Congress MLA Om Prakash Hudla in connection with a money laundering case linked to paper leaks. Meanwhile, Sachin Pilot claimed that the raids were merely BJP's tactics to intimidate the Congress party in Rajasthan.
क्या राजनीति से प्रेरित ये काम लग रहा है? क्या कहेंगे इसको?
चुनाव के समय इनको सब याद आता है, ईडी, सीबीआई। हम तो शुरू से कहते आए हैं, जहाँ जहाँ चुनाव होता है जिस जिस राज्य में वहाँ पे केंद्र की भाजपा सरकार ईडी को साथ साथ ही भेजती है चुनाव की तारीखों के साथ ही। और जिस तरीके से आज हमारे प्रदेश अध्यक्ष जी को और मुझे सम्मन करके दिल्ली बुलाया है, मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूँ कि ये मामले पहले 12 साल पहले भी आए थे। 12 साल पहले भी हमने इन्हीं आरोपों का जवाब दिया था और अब भी देखे आएंगे।
विधानसभा चुनाव नजदीक आ रहे हैं, इसका यही लगता है।
हाँ,
जो पेपर एजेंसी जो है फाइनेंशियल अनियमितताओं की हो या कोई क्राइम किया हो, तो सीबीआई, इनकम टैक्स, ईडी, ये जो एजेंसी हैं इनकी क्रेडिबिलिटी नहीं रहेगी तो आप सोचेगा कि मैच हो जाएगा, देश के अंदर मैच हो जाएगा वित्तीय अनियमितताओं का, फाइनेंशियल इरेगुलरिटीज, क्राइम का। हर राज्य में कहते हैं कि आप जांच सीबीआई को दे दीजिए, ये क्रेडिबिलिटी होती है। आज उल्टा हो रहा है। तो आज जो स्थिति है वो चिंताजनक स्थिति है।
Now, when they feel that they can't win elections through the mandate of the people of the state or the area, then they engage these agencies. Now, it surprises me that when the election is 29 days away, agencies are now raiding people, giving summons, raking up old cases. Like I said, the Chief Minister's son has also clarified. 12-year-old case to be brought up at the eve of the elections is a very telling example of how the government of India is operating. And certainly, they are fearful of the fact that they may not win mandate again as they hope to. So in all the 5 states, Congress is doing exceedingly well. And I'm happy to report that all these intimidating tactics will not work.
I want to cut across immediately to my colleague Jai Kishan Sharma joining us live from Jaipur. Jai Kishan, understandably, the Congress would want to make this out into a political issue, that of a witch hunt. But having said that, you know, there are 2 very separate cases. One of the ED raids where Mr. Gehlot's son, Vaibhav Gehlot, is concerned. But the other, the Congress president, Mr. Dotasara, and another Congress leader from Rajasthan, where the paper leak issue is concerned.
Yes, Preeti, I would very briefly try to explain you about both the cases. In 2021, there was an exam called Rajasthan Entrance Eligibility Test. It was held on 26 September 2021 and internet was suspended on that particular day. 4 lakh students had appeared for that exam, but the paper got leaked and more than 80 people were arrested, including Ram Kripal Meena, the then Rajasthan Board of Secondary Education employees and other people. At that time, Govind Singh Dotasara, the current state president of Congress, was education minister. It is alleged that he earned a lot of black money. He accumulated a lot of black money through papers, by leaking the papers and obtaining money from the candidates. It is said that he had allegedly obtained money from some 50-60 candidates. This has been investigated. ED is investigating this case. Om Prakash Hudla, he is an independent MLA from Mahua, and Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has been heaping praises on all the independent MLAs other than Hudla, Khushveer Singh Jojawar, Sayyam Lota, who supported Ashok Gehlot in the year 2020 when there was an alleged attempt to topple the government. So Om Prakash Hudla, who is an independent MLA from Mahua, he was given recently ticket by Congress party in the second list, which was of close to 40 candidates. So Om Prakash Hudla's first cousin, Hariom Meena, was arrested by Special Operations Group of Rajasthan Police at that time, and he had obtained 10 lakh rupees from candidates in terms of providing paper. So this is one case in which Om Prakash Hudla and Govind Singh Dotasara are being investigated. However, Ashok Gehlot has countered all the allegations made by BJP. He has denied them. Today he addressed a press conference at the War Room of Congress in Jaipur. He's very categorically mentioned that this is complete misuse of agencies by BJP. This is just to they are losing the election, and this shows their frustration. Priyanka Gandhi was here yesterday in Jhunjhunu. She made some important announcements for women, for poor people in Rajasthan, poor families, close to 1 crore
Okay.
families in Rajasthan state. Now, in Vaibhav Gehlot case, what we have been hearing from sources that in 2015 a complaint was lodged which stated that Vaibhav Gehlot routed illegal money from a shell company, and that money was further diverted to a Mumbai-based construction company, and that Mumbai-based construction company built in a hotel here in Jaipur. So Vaibhav Gehlot is allegedly told to be a partner in that company, and he siphoned money through Ratan Kant Sharma, who is partner, who was earlier partner with him also, and his wife Himanshi Gehlot. Now BJP is on one hand is using this entire episode to create an image of Congress, to dart the image of Congress by saying that they are a corrupt party, future of youngsters was compromised. On the other hand, Congress party is also utilizing this entire raids in their interest by playing victim card and telling people that see how the central government is misusing the agency. Preeti.
All right, appreciate you joining us. Understandably, it's going to take a more political turn. It is interesting. Over the last 3 months, 15 times, the ED has called in on Congress leaders, and the Congress is going to try and leverage it politically at that. With that, let's quickly move on to the other big political story which is developing, and that is the politics around the official inauguration date of the Ram Mandir, January 22nd, 2024. Prime Minister Modi was officially invited by the Ram Mandir Temple trustees to attend the Ram Mandir consecration ceremony in Ayodhya, but the invite has sparked a political showdown. From Congress to the DMK to the Uddhav Sena faction, opposition leaders not only claim that invite for Modi is aimed at the 2024 general elections, but some even question why a similar invite was not extended to opposition party leaders.
एक ऐतिहासिक क्षण है, लंबे संघर्ष के बाद ये राम मंदिर बन रहा है। इस पे किसी तरीके की राजनीति नहीं होनी चाहिए या राजनीतिक फ़ायदा उठाने का काम नहीं करना चाहिए। शिवसेना का भी इसमें काफ़ी योगदान रहा है इस संघर्ष में। उद्धव साहब ठाकरे जी जब मुख्यमंत्री बने थे तो वो वहाँ पर अयोध्या पहुँचे भी थे, और मुख्यमंत्री होने के नाते और राजनीतिक पक्ष के लीडर होने के नाते उन्होंने एक भव्य राम मंदिर बने उसके लिए एक योगदान भी दिया था। तो उम्मीद करते हैं सभी को बुलाया जाएगा और राजनीति से दूर रखा जाएगा, 2024 के चुनाव में इस्तेमाल नहीं किया जाएगा।
निमंत्रण सिर्फ एक ही पार्टी को जा रहा है क्या? कौन कौन पहुंचता कौन नहीं पहुंचता उस पर मैं कोई टिप्पणी नहीं कर सकता हूं, लेकिन भगवान सिर्फ एक पार्टी तक सीमित रह गए हैं क्या? अब उनको अपनी परिस्थितियों को देखते हुए क्या करना है वो निर्णय लेंगे, लेकिन आप इसको एक पार्टी का प्रोग्राम बना रहे हैं। क्या ये पार्टी का प्रोग्राम है और एक ही व्यक्ति विशेष का ही प्रोग्राम है? तो ये मेरी तो समझ में नहीं आता। भगवान तो सबके हैं ना।
मोदी प्रधानमंत्री है, वो जाएंगे ही। इतना बड़ा इवेंट कौन छोड़ेगा भाई? शिवसेना थी, बजरंग दल थी, विश्व हिंदू परिषद थी, रथ यात्रा भी निकाल ली थी अडवाणी साहब ने। तो ये सबका परिणाम है कि राम मंदिर बन रहा है। खून बहाया लोगों ने, जेल में गए, मुकदमे चल रहे हैं अभी भी सभी लोगों पर। तो मोदी जी अब जाएंगे और राम मंदिर की पूजा करेंगे, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि चुनाव आ रहे हैं, कि चुनाव की तैयारी।
क्या राम मंदिर भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मंदिर है? ये हमारे देश के हर व्यक्ति का मंदिर है, हमारे सनातन धर्म का एक बहुत बड़ा प्रतीक है, और मुझे बड़ी खुशी है कि राम मंदिर अंत में बन रहा है।
With that, I'm going to go into a quick break. To stay with us on the other side is To The Point.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest. Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Get ready for an immersive journey into the heart of news, politics and insights that matter. Join India Today now on WhatsApp with the #1 election team as we gear up for the upcoming assembly elections. Scan the QR code.
Join India Today now on WhatsApp. Follow these steps. Open WhatsApp on your phone. Check for a new updates tab. Select Find Channel and type India Today. After finding the channel, tap the Follow button.
the Gaza Strip stores fuel, both diesel fuel and other types of and benzene and other types of fuel. It's all inside the Gaza Strip, and there's enough for many days for hospitals and water pumps to run. Only the priorities are different. Hamas prefers to have all of the fuel for its warfighting capabilities, leaving civilians without it, and then international organizations ask for help, but who are they asking from? Are they asking Hamas, who has access to the fuel and governs the Gaza Strip, or are they blaming Israel, or asking Egypt? I think that it's very important that they point their questions and their requests to the ones who can actually help them and actually govern the Gaza Strip, and that is Hamas, not Israel and not Egypt.
From the rumbling Gaza front line,
Israel is not backing off, not even an inch, not even for a minute.
to the first broadcast from the West Bank.
India Today is reporting from Palestine, from the West Bank, and tension, the situation remains extremely tense.
From the exploding Israel-Hezbollah crossfire to the Viper's nest in Lebanon.
You can see tracers going. Continuous fire, continuous.
We report the Israel-Hamas war firsthand.
Israel is regularly bombarding South Lebanon.
India's most watched war reporters on India Today. You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
क्या राजनीति से प्रेरित ये काम लग रहा है, क्या कहेंगे इसको?
चुनाव के समय इनको सब याद आता है, ईडी, सीबीआई। हम तो शुरू से कहते आए हैं, जहाँ जहाँ चुनाव होता है जिस जिस राज्य में, वहाँ पे केंद्र की भाजपा सरकार ईडी को साथ साथ ही भेजती है चुनाव की तारीखों के साथ ही। और जिस तरीके से आज हमारे प्रदेश अध्यक्ष जी को और मुझे सम्मन करके दिल्ली बुलाया है, मैं पहले भी कह चुका हूं कि ये मामले पहले 12 साल पहले भी आए थे। 12 साल पहले भी हमने इन्हीं आरोपों का जवाब दिया था और अब भी देखे आएंगे।
विधानसभा चुनाव नजदीक आ रहे हैं, इसका यही लगता है?
हाँ।
I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, as my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel and regional integration overall. And we can't leave that work behind. And one more word on this. I continue to be alarmed about extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank, that pouring gasoline on fire is what it's like. This was a deal. The deal was made, and they're attacking Palestinians in places that they're entitled to be. And it has to stop. They have to be held accountable. And it has to stop now. I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, as my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel and regional integration overall.
तो बेसिर पैर की बात भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग कर रहे हैं, उनको करना तो कुछ है नहीं। मैं तो इतना ही कहता हूं भाजपा के सभी लीडर से, जो दिल्ली सरकार कर रही है, यूपी और हरियाणा दोनों हमारे पड़ोसी हैं, उन राज्यों में केवल उन्हीं को काम करवा दें, उतना ही हमें निवेदन कर रहा हूँ, ज्यादा नहीं, उससे ज्यादा की अपेक्षा ही नहीं है मुझे। दिल्ली में पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट CAQM ने भी ऑब्जर्वेशन दे दिया, दिल्ली में CNG की बस चलती है तो देखा होगा सबने, अब इलेक्ट्रिक बस भी आ गई है वो भी देखा होगा। यूपी और हरियाणा में कौन सी बस चलती है? सारी जो यूपी हरियाणा की भाजपा की जो बसें आ रही हैं भाजपा सरकार की, वो किस चीज के, डीजल की धुआं छोड़ती हैं। भाई CNG बस तो करा दो, इलेक्ट्रिक तो करा दो, इतना काम नहीं हुआ 10 साल में।
In politics, everyone has an opinion, but I have the data. Whose stock is rising? Whose graph is falling? Track India's political stock exchange. Unmatched, unmissable data analytics. The only show on News TV where numbers do the talking. India's most credible poll tracker. The Political Stock Exchange. With Rahul Kamal, only on India Today.
You are watching India Today. Powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com. हर फैमिली होगी इंश्योर्ड।
Good evening, viewers. You're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. The national capital, Delhi, is in air emergency again. Not just the national capital, parts of Haryana, parts of Uttar Pradesh, once again struggling to breathe. What we do see is a peak in politics, but collateral, as usual, are citizens. It's practically with what we've been witnessing year after year, season after season. Mind you, it's the 8th season where Delhi, parts of Uttar Pradesh, NCR region, parts of Haryana, NCR region struggling to breathe. Death by breath, season 8.
Delhi is battling pollution like it has been doing every year around the same time for more than a decade. As stubble burning picks up in Punjab and Haryana, air quality in the national capital is worsening. Delhi's air quality index dipped into the poor category with an AQI of 256 on Thursday. In the adjoining areas of Noida and Gurugram, AQI was recorded at 269 and 176 respectively. Amidst the pollution came a shocking revelation. A much-hyped real-time pollution source detection center established by the Delhi government with an investment of 12 crore rupees has been shut. The center was established to identify the sources of pollutants that contribute to air pollution during these critical months. The closure of this pollution control hub raises questions about the government's commitment to tackling pollution. The Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, which used to slam Punjab and Haryana for the pollution in the national capital, is now changing its tune. After consistently blaming farm fires in Punjab for Delhi's pollution, Minister Atishi has claimed that there is no official data that reveals the source of pollution.
कोई भी आधिकारिक डेटा मौजूद नहीं है जो ये बता पाता है कि कितना पोल्यूशन कौन से सोर्स से होता है। इससे समस्या क्या आती है? इससे समस्या ये आती है कि कोई भी पॉलिसी बनाई नहीं जा सकती इस पोल्यूशन को कम करने के लिए जब तक सरकार को पता ही नहीं है कि कौन सा पोल्यूशन का सोर्स कितना कंट्रीब्यूशन कर रहा है।
The Aam Aadmi government in Delhi is pointing fingers at the Narendra Modi government for the shortcomings in the city's pollution fight.
The air quality in the national capital and the adjoining areas is dipping with every passing day, and this has triggered a major concern. Yesterday, Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai claimed that the DPCC chairman had ordered shutting down of the project which was supposed to study the real-time source of pollution in the national capital. On the other side, the BJP has hit back on Aam Aadmi Party, claiming that the Aam Aadmi Party government in the national capital could also blame Joe Biden for the increasing pollution levels in the national capital.
The national capital's AQI is expected to escalate to very poor or even severe levels if farm fires rise in Punjab and Haryana. This could cause potential health risks for citizens living in the city. With Amit Bhardwaj from New Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
I want to connect immediately to my colleague Abhishek Anand, who's joining us live with the latest where the national capital is concerned. Abhishek, where exactly are you? What is the AQI? And give us a perspective in terms of what the politics around has been over the course of the last couple of days. You've had press conferences after press conferences from either sides of the political divide in Delhi, be it the Aam Aadmi Party or the BJP. What are they both saying?
Well, Preeti, this is a major concern for the Aam Aadmi Party, and the Delhi government says it is doing everything to control the air pollution. But at the same time, the Delhi government says that unilaterally, the chief of the Delhi Pollution Control Committee, DPCC, has shut the center that was supposed to give the real-time data to the government. Now, the Delhi government claims that this was done on the behest of the central government, as none of the officials are listening to what Delhi government actually wants to do. But the sources and the opposition, of course, are claiming that the funds that were released to continue the research, to continue collection of data, were slashed drastically. That led to this decision which was taken by the DPCC chief. Now, in the midst of this, the problem remains as usual. The Delhi's air quality is deteriorating before Diwali. There is no, immediate factor that can, take the air quality down, but it's rising.
Well, it's only going to get worse once Diwali comes around the corner. Appreciate you joining us, Abhishek. Let's also cut across to Pankaj Jain, my colleague who's joining us. Pankaj, where exactly are you? What is the AQI index, if you can tell us where you're reporting from? The Delhi government, Pankaj, says that their hands are tied, bureaucracy has taped them, and that is the collateral which is being faced by none other but the citizens of the national capital. Year after year, it's the same story.
बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने प्रीति। और अभी जो एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स है, दिल्ली का पोल्यूशन है, वो पुअर कैटेगरी नहीं है। आने वाले दिनों में भी जो पोल्यूशन का लेवल है वो कम होता हुआ नजर नहीं आ रहा है। इसके लिए कई स्टेप्स भी लिए गए हैं और पिछले दिनों प्रीति आपको याद होगा कि ग्रेप 2 इम्प्लीमेंट किया गया था। लेकिन दिल्ली का अपना जो पोल्यूशन है, चाहे वो व्हीकल पोल्यूशन हो, चाहे वो इंडस्ट्री का पोल्यूशन हो, या फिर जो नेबरिंग स्टेट से पोल्यूशन दिल्ली में आता है, चाहे वो पराली चलने की वजह से आता हो या फिर बाकी अन्य वजहों से आता हो, ये अपने आप में एक चिंता की बात है। फिलहाल जो क्लाइमेट है उसकी वजह से दिल्ली का जो प्रदूषण है वो थोड़ा राहत भरा है, उतना ज्यादा नहीं है जितना कि पहले हम देखते थे। लास्ट ईयर भी जो पॉल्यूशन था वो थोड़ा बेहतर था, लेकिन फिलहाल जो डेटा कुछ देर पहले हमने देखा उससे ये जानकारी मिली है कि बाकी जो एनसीआर की स्टेट्स हैं या जिले हैं वहां पर पॉल्यूशन जो है वो मॉडरेट कैटेगरी में है, लेकिन दिल्ली का जो पॉल्यूशन है वो पुअर कैटेगरी में फिलहाल है। और आप मेरे पीछे भी देखिए, जिस तरह से धुंधलापन आपको नजर आ रहा है, ये धुंधलापन दरअसल कुछ और नहीं बल्कि पॉल्यूशन ही है। तो जाहिर है ऐसे में जो डॉक्टर सजेस्ट करते हैं कि जो छोटे बच्चे हैं, सीनियर सिटीजन है, प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन है, उनके लिए ये काफी परेशानी खड़ा करता है और ऐसे में मास्क लगाने की सलाह दी जाती है। आउटडोर एक्टिविटी जो है उसको बैन करने की सलाह दी जाती है डॉक्टर्स की तरफ से। लेकिन सबसे अहम बात यह है कि एक्शन ग्राउंड पर प्रीति क्या लिया जा रहा है। गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से चाहे रेड लाइट ऑन गाड़ी ऑफ कैंपेन चलाया जा रहा हो, इंडस्ट्रीज को ये डायरेक्शन दिया जा रहा है कि डीजल का इस्तेमाल मत कीजिए वरना आपके खिलाफ एक्शन होगा। और पटाखे, फायर क्रैकर बर्निंग को लेकर भी डायरेक्शन इशू किए गए थे, लेकिन पिछले दिनों आपने देखा कि दिल्ली एनसीआर में किस तरह से फायर क्रैकर्स का इस्तेमाल किया गया। अब सवाल ये खड़ा होता है कि क्या ये बैन हुए हैं या नहीं हुए हैं। इसके बाद दिल्ली के जो पॉल्यूशन मिनिस्टर हैं गोपाल राय, उन्होंने इंडिया टुडे से बातचीत करते हुए ये कहा कि केंद्र सरकार एनसीआर की जो स्टेट्स हैं वहां पर फायर क्रैकर को बैन करवाएं। ये अभी तक हो नहीं पाया, लेकिन आज जो फ्रेश डायरेक्शन आए हैं प्रीति, वो भी मैं आपको बता दूं सीएनजी और इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल का सुझाव दिया गया है, यानी कि 1 नवंबर से आने वाला जो 1 तारीख होगा, उस तारीख से, उस डेट से एनसीआर की जो स्टेट्स हैं उन्हें सीएनजी की प्राइवेट और गवर्नमेंट बसेस चलानी होंगी। ये मैंडेटरी है, ये डायरेक्शन इशू कर दिया गया है और देखना होगा कि इससे कितना
इसका क्या प्रभाव पड़ता है।
चलिए के लोगों को। यस
पंकज, thank you for joining us with the latest updates there. Let's take it now to our two panelists this evening. Charu Pragya joins us from the Bharatiya Janata Party, national spokesperson. So does Jasmine Shah, national spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party. Jasmine Shah, you know, we've heard press conferences after press conferences. It's season 8 where Delhi can't breathe again. Collateral to all the politics that is taking place are the people of this city. Why should they believe you or the Aam Aadmi Party, where you say once again your hands are tied because Delhi can't breathe?
Preeti, first of all, I think this is a factually wrong story that India Today is carrying, that Aam Aadmi Party government has thrown up its hands and saying that our hands are tied. We have never made that statement. And let me categorically state why I'm saying that. First, I'll also correct the fact that what is the pollution scenario in Delhi NCR? If you look at this, this is poor category. All the districts of Delhi NCR are today facing the same scenario as Delhi. This is not a Delhi problem. This is a Delhi NCR problem, which is 55,000 square kilometers. Only 3% of the land mass of Delhi NCR is Delhi. And this is exactly what reports from the Center for Science and Environment states, that only 31% of Delhi's pollution is contributed by local sources. 70% is coming from outside Delhi. So if we really want to address the problem of pollution, we need to use some science and some data, because otherwise this is going to be a blame game endlessly.
But Jasmine, wasn't there a press conference yesterday by Atishi where she said that she had absolutely no clue, or the Delhi government has no clue on what is contributing to the factors of pollution because there is no study to indicate such? And 2 years ago, we had the same minister, not a minister then, who had said that it is the two main factors are stubble burning in Punjab and Haryana.
I'm sorry, Preeti, if a statement is going to be put out of context by India Today, then I think you are misleading your viewers. The reality of this, because you brought it up, now allow me 30 seconds to put the context. Delhi is today the only city that has 40 air quality monitoring stations running. No other city has that. We have daily AQI readings from every corner of Delhi. Delhi is the only city in India today that is invested in a real-time air pollution source apportionment lab. And which
but
is
it's not working, Jasmine, is it?
In last year. Now, this lab was functioning for the last 1 year. We have data for all days till September of 30. From October 1st, the bureaucracy in Delhi acted mischievously. We do not know if BJP is ordering him or who is ordering them, but a bureaucrat decided not to implement the cabinet's order and stopped the payment of the lab. So for the last 29 days only, the minister's comment was only last this period of October. We do not have the source-wise data, which no other city, no other state has even invested in. Delhi has it till September 30. But measuring the data doesn't mean that our hands are tied in terms of addressing the problem of pollution. You ask us what Delhi has done. I'll give you a list of measures which Delhi
I'll come back to that. Okay, hold on to that thought.
And that should be
Can I open out the debate, Jasmine? I will ask you, because Delhi needs to know 8 seasons on what their elected government has done. And I will ask you that question. You will have ample opportunity to answer that, believe me, because we have a multitude of questions. Just want to open out the debate, bring in Charu Pragya. Before I do so, I want to take you through in terms of in Delhi right now, and this is real-time data that we've gathered, what are the 3 areas with the maximum amount of pollution? Let's put those graphics out there where Delhi is concerned. What we've done is we've sifted through real-time data on what is the worst where Delhi comes into question. All right, we're going to come back to where Delhi stands, but this is the NCR region. Okay, in Haryana, worsening AQI in Haryana. In Faridabad, it's 328 right now. In Ballabgarh, right now, it stands at 197. All right, let's take you to Gurugram now from Ballabgarh. We're going to play those figures out. It's taking us just a second because this is real-time data as we are collating it and putting it out there for our viewers. Let's cut across from Haryana. Let's cut across to Delhi and give you real-time data of 3 locations in Delhi and 3 locations in Noida. In Delhi, it's airport. At the airport, the AQI index is 283. Let's get you the next location. Delhi University, it stands at a 316. And Central Delhi, it's 256. IIT is 256. Let's take you now to the state of Uttar Pradesh. Let's move on to the state of Uttar Pradesh and let's get you real-time data of 3 cities with the worst AQI index as I speak. Are we getting it? All right, let's take you now first to Ghaziabad Loni. 342 is the AQI index in Ghaziabad Loni. Let's take you now to Greater Noida. It's 256 Greater Noida. Let's take you now closer home where we are actually airing this bulletin, Noida. All right, we don't have that figure right now. We're going to play it in just a short while. But, you know, bringing Charu Pragya into this conversation. Charu Pragya, if you look at it, Greater Noida, Loni, Haryana, Faridabad, actually worse than where Delhi stands right now, or equally worse, equally bad?
Preeti, good evening. And I was listening to what both Atishi said yesterday and what Jasmine has just said on your show. Let's put some data out. The budget of Delhi government this year for pollution control is a mere 40 crore. 40 crore, that's even less than the amount that Delhi government spent on renovating their Chief Minister Kejriwal's bungalow. That is considerably less.
No, one by one. Jasmine, you are, come on, allow the same courtesy to your co-panelist. Please allow the same courtesy. May I just get, I'll come back to you, you'll have ample opportunity once again. You will have ample opportunity to explain yourself. Allow the same courtesy. She was silent when you spoke. Allow the same courtesy. Extend the same courtesy, please. Go ahead, Ms. Pragya.
Very much. Preeti, and can I? Okay, it's fixed now. Thank you. I had an echo. I also want to remind everyone that Delhi government on an RTI reply feels comfortable answering that they have spent over 1,073 crore in advertisements alone. In fact, you know those banners that Delhi Karyakartas take and stand and then they say Lal Batti on, Gaadi ka engine off. That itself has cost 70 crore. What are you doing? Why is it that all your money is being spent on optics and optics alone? And I have pulled out tweets of Atishi, of CM Kejriwal ji over the last couple of years. Every single year, you had all the data in the world to confirm how pollution is in Delhi is completely attributed to parali burning in Punjab. Completely attributing it to Punjab. But today, when it is your government in Punjab, please tell me what action are you taking? And satellite data shows that currently in Punjab, and I'm talking of the 25th of October, as early as yesterday, over 2,500 cases of parali burning have been active. Tell me what action have you taken? And every single time, around the time of Diwali, you start the conversation on crackers. Now, why do you have to be anti-Hindu on this? The solution is not to ban crackers because once a year, there is a festival where some crackers are burnt. But the main amount of pollution during this time, one, comes from vehicular traffic. And the second main reason is parali burning, also industrial and dust. So there are various reasons. You are not even buying sufficient buses. The city of Delhi needs at least 10,000 buses at last count, which was 3 to 4 years ago. How many buses do you have, sir? 3,500, out of which 350 of them are 15 years old. 300 electric buses, that's it, full stop. And you are saying you're doing your best to combat pollution. Is 40 crore budget enough when you have over 1,000 to spend on advertisement and over 50 to spend on your CM's residences renovation?
Okay, I'm going to go back to Jasmine, but I want to bring you in, Charu, again. May I ask, where exactly are you going live from? Your location, Ms. Pragya?
I'm in Delhi.
I'm right now sitting in Noida, which is Uttar Pradesh. My AQI is worse than yours. Where exactly in Delhi will depend because we're giving out real-time figures. So how is Uttar Pradesh and Haryana not responsible, but Delhi is? Or why shouldn't the responsibility be equally distributed?
So I understand what you're saying, Preeti, but airspace does not have divisions of cities and states. We need to remember that. And the direction of the wind, which blows in from Punjab, comes towards Delhi. It is basic information on just checking direction of the wind. See, you can control certain things in certain places, but then if you're not hitting at the source, then how are you going to say that you are coming at a solution? Please tell me that.
All right, Charu Pragya's made her point. Jasmine Shah, I want to bring you in again. The BJP very clear that the pollution right now in Delhi, where we are right now in Noida, NCR region, the responsibility lies in Punjab. You blamed Punjab while you were not in power there, and today you're soft peddling the issue.
You had asked Charu Pragya the question as to what have you done in UP and Haryana to reduce pollution, because they're actually worse off than Delhi today. And in her time, she only did what BJP governments in UP and Haryana have done. She only indulged in blame game and gali galoch. That is the reality. BJP has done nothing.
Jasmine, will you fix your audio? There's a problem with your audio stream. There's a problem with your audio stream. Will you just quickly fix it? We're going to fix Jasmine's audio. Okay. While we fix that, Charu Pragya, we'll bring you in again. Once again, you know, the Aam Aadmi Party is turning around. We are doing all we can. The focus is on us. Our hands are tied because of the bureaucracy. But what are you doing in states like Haryana and states like Uttar Pradesh?
Yeah, I was listening to that, and I was also looking at data for Parali burning, which has been put out by your channel, Preeti. It's India Today data. Uttar Pradesh has around 800 cases, and Punjab has 2,500 cases. Please do not compare like this. See, efforts are being made, so efforts are being made everywhere. But who was the one who was blaming Punjab day in and day out when it was someone else's government there? See, another thing to remember for the state of Delhi is that this is a government which claims credit for pollution being low by putting up posters. They take credit for it. So when pollution goes up, who is responsible? Tell me. If you can take credit for the AQI being 50 points lower, take the responsibility for the AQI being 200 points higher as well. You cannot be in a space of convenience, which Atishi is very comfortably sitting in.
Cutting across back to Jasmine Shah. Jasmine, okay, we still don't have Jasmine. There's a problem with his audio link. You know,
so
Charu,
let's discuss public transport, Preeti.
No, one can discuss a lot of issues, but let's come back to the core issue, which is pollution. Once again, the Aam Aadmi Party needs a lot of answering, but you know, one can say that it's coming in from Punjab, but I'm sure those sitting in Loni, Ghaziabad is not facing the brunt of the parali which is being burnt in Punjab. Loni, Ghaziabad has a bigger AQI or the worst AQI index right now, more than any place in Delhi, and we are doing real time, Charu Pragya. You have Faridabad, Ballabgarh, which are way worse right now.
So to control vehicular pollution, central government has taken several actions. We have made sure that vehicular pollution is controlled by making sure that we are alternating the routes by providing good bridges, good connectivity, whether it is the peripheral highway, whether it is the Dholakua Express road. So all those efforts are being made to protect the city of Delhi. Generator transmissions have been put under control. These are efforts which are being made by the central government day in and day out. Please tell me, apart from some optics and spending maximum of their money on advertising, what are the concrete steps that Aam Aadmi Party is taking?
More optics, less work. Central government is doing all it can to protect the national capital despite you being elected, is what the BJP spokesperson said.
Well, Preeti, you asked the BJP spokesperson that Haryana and Noida are today seeing worse pollution than Delhi, and tell us what you've done. And she only indulged in blame game and gali galoch. And this is precisely what BJP has done for the last 9 years.
No, she hasn't
they are not
abused
accountable
you,
for the citizens
blame,
of Haryana
yes,
and
but no abuse.
But we are.
Go ahead.
But now I will tell about all the stuff that Delhi government has done and blatant falsehoods that Pragya is reading out from the script that she was given in 2015. I'll tell you so many measures Delhi has taken and Haryana and UP are not taking. Delhi has shut all its thermal power plants. UP and Haryana have taken no such action. The number of buses in Delhi have increased by 50%. It was 5,000 earlier. Today it is 7,500. It will increase to 10,000 in 2025, 80% of which is electric. UP and Haryana, no investment in buses or public transport. Delhi has the most progressive EV policy. 17% of our vehicles, new vehicles, are EVs. No such policy exists in Haryana and Delhi. Delhi has 24/7 electricity, so we do not see any DG sets running in Delhi. UP and Haryana, 8-hour power cuts. Even the big societies are running on DG sets. 1,700 registered industries in Delhi, all have been moved to piped natural gas, clean fuel. But in Haryana and UP, you see more and more industries being set up, no measures to clean up the polluting fuel. We are seeing the green cover in Delhi, Preeti, increasing from 20 to 23% in the last 10 years, despite all the development is taking place. But in Haryana, you see the Aravalli forest is being cut down. The entire green cover in UP and Haryana is being shot down. Delhi is the only city that implements a winter pollution action plan. Chief Minister comes in front of the people of Delhi and says, what is the plan for winter? Have you heard ever UP, the Yogi Adityanath CM or Manohar Khattar in Haryana ever presenting a plan of pollution or talking about pollution? It's not in their agenda. इनको गाली गलोच करने के अलावा और कुछ नहीं आता है. As far as Punjab is concerned, last point, it was said that Punjab has 2,500 fire incidents. No, Charu, it has 2,700 fire incidents.
No, I made that point. I made that point, Ms. Pragya. Let him finish. I'll come back to you.
It has reduced by 53%. Last year, 5,700 was the fire incidents until October 25. Today, it has come down to 2,800. So definitely, Punjab was responsible in 2020 when the incidences were skyrocketing. Today, Punjab has reduced it by 50%, and only because of the commitment of our government. And again, I challenge Charu Pragya, tell me 5 things your governments in UP and Haryana are doing other than blaming him and doing gali galoch on national level.
But, okay, she hasn't abused you. Come on, Jasmine. She's not abused you. She might have blamed you, but let's keep it at that. Charu Pragya, go ahead.
Yeah, Jasmine, 4 times you use the word gali galoch, and it's a shame because you seem to be reading out from a script. And please don't do that, because if Aam Aadmi government was so perfect, so utopian, so idealistic, why is Delhi all foggy? Why can I not see 5 meters in front of me? Why is my asthmatic son actually having trouble breathing every night? Because Jasmine and his government are picture perfect. Okay. So perfect, in fact, that the visuals on Preeti's show right now are showing us a sparkling and green Delhi. So Jasmine, please cut out the crap and tell me if your budget for pollution control is only 40 crore and versus that your budget for advertising is over 1,000 crore. No, it is not ridiculous. It is
okay, 30 seconds, Jasmine, please answer. Okay, question raised. 30 seconds. Data. Okay, Jasmine, 30 seconds. I need to close the show.
I'm telling the kind of falsehoods that Pragya is saying. She said 40 crores is our budget. 5,000 crores is the budget that we are spending only on electric buses between now and 2025. 8,000 electric buses Delhi is bringing. Ask how many electric buses are
please don't interrupt. Please allow the same courtesy.
I am saying that we have a plan for 8,000 electric buses. Let Charu Pragya say how many electric buses do you plan to bring or do you have today in Haryana and UP? Not a single. So please don't speak in air.
All right,
you are doing nothing. You are spending nothing. Only putting falsehoods in national air.
I appreciate both of you for joining us, because the sad part in the political one-upmanship and blame game is that Delhi and NCR cannot breathe. Now, in Delhi, the AQI has plummeted. Where I'm sitting in Noida, it's abysmal. So is in Haryana. Are all 3 governments responsible? Yes, all 3 of them are responsible. But the collateral will continue to be the people, because till now, pollution is not a poll agenda. Once it is, and that is for the citizens to make it one, possibly we'll have a solution. A quick break. Stay with us. Up next, Rahul Kanwar.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, as my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel and regional integration overall. And we can't leave that work behind. And one more word on this. I continue to be alarmed about extremist settlers attacking Palestinians in the West Bank, that pouring gasoline on fire is what it's like. This was a deal. The deal was made, and they're attacking Palestinians in places that they're entitled to be. And it has to stop. They have to be held accountable, and it has to stop now. I'm convinced one of the reasons Hamas attacked when they did, I have no proof of this, as my instinct tells me, is because of the progress we were making towards regional integration for Israel and regional integration overall.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 32 and minimum 19 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 34 and minimum 26 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 32 and minimum 23 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 29 and minimum 20 degrees. Chennai, maximum 32 and minimum 25 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 29 and minimum 18 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Heartbreaking images continue to pour in from Gaza, of houses destroyed, of families broken apart. The children who survived the aerial strikes are considered the lucky ones. But are they really lucky? There are countless stories of children now orphaned with nowhere to go and nobody to care for them. These twins in Gaza, Wateen and Ahmed, had just finished breastfeeding and were put to sleep when an Israeli strike hit their home at around 2 a.m. in Gaza's Khan Yunis on 19th October. Their mother was killed instantly, but the twins survived and have now been separated. Wateen with her aunt being treated for injuries at the hospital, while Ahmed sent to stay with relatives. While 2-month-old Wateen remains in hospital, her brother has been sent far away. It could take years to ensure they live under the same roof again. Born together, but separated by war. There are unfortunately many such incidents of children suffering the consequences of this war. 18-year-old Dima Alamdani and her family were among hundreds of thousands of Gaza residents fleeing the south to avoid the constant onslaught of Israeli airstrikes in the north. With nowhere else to go, family of 17 settled in a temporary shelter in Khan Yunis with hope that they had found temporary sanctuary. But overnight on 17th October, massive bombing at the shelter led to 13 of their relatives, including her parents and siblings, to perish. Alamdani has had to grow up overnight into an adult, having to identify the bodies of her immediate family at a local morgue. This teenager has no time to mourn. She now has to care for her brother and 2 younger cousins who survived the bombing with her. These children have lost everything, their home, their family, and now facing a daunting task of rebuilding their life with nothing and nobody to help. Bureau Report, India Today.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, growing legacies.
Co-presented by Century Laminates by Manish Malhotra, fashion for your furniture.
Co-presented by Macho Hind, बड़े आराम से.
Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com, हर family होगी insured. Co-powered by the bold look of Kohler.
Good evening and welcome. You're watching the news track. I'm Rahul Kamal. On the